Alright, so fret nation up a big yard, people. People are fret. Whole heap of worries, lot of worries, peer worries. Everybody are fret, everybody are scramble. Everybody they're all over the place. Peer fretting. What am I talking about? Speaking about the Jamaica Football Federation, people. Yeah, what? Before I get into the details of so, please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're here for the first time. Ban is the big word that is being thrown around in the recent media. I think this is the first time, or maybe the second time I do a video surrounding the political aspect of Jamaican football. And one of the main reasons why I stay away from it is because, one, I'm not aligned to any one of the delegates who are running. I'm not aligned to any. Two, I have access to too many information, and sometimes I might say what I might not speak. I shouldn't have said, or talk about going on a topic that maybe shouldn't go out there, and we might end up with legal implications or facing legal implications. So that's one of the reasons why I don't necessarily touch on these topics, because I have so much information, people, and the amount of persons, the amount of people that is involved in this political rally or political campaign, this running of position, you'd be so surprised the names that are involved. No, I do know that quite a lot of people who are watching this video right now know about them, because, you know, yeah, generally you're gonna have the high profile people who watch the videos, they pretend like they don't watch it, but they watch it, yeah, in some sense. But generally, no, for me, from what's happening at this present moment, there's a lot of moving parts taking place at this moment. Now, the general election was slated to take place at on Sunday. I think it was last Sunday, and due to that, due to some court appeal injunction, the big word, the election has been postponed until a further date, which is, I think, about the 9th or the 10th of February. And since then, all hell has broken loose in the JFF. Heads a rumble, people all over the place, a lot of scattering. Now, let's first start off why this injunction mattered and what happened. How did that in fact come in play? Now, I strongly believe that the reason why we saw that was someone was on the verge of losing, and apparently one party did not take that really well. So boom, that's just how that just come out. That just pop up out of nowhere. Now, for example, when you're in the courthouse, and normally what tends to happen is both parties, both the defendant and the prosecutor, would have to bring all the files forward. The court, the judge have to know about everything, so there's no surprises. On the day, if not the day before, I think it was the day before the day before they started the became my word. Anyways, the day before the election, yes, the day before the election, court got involved. And once there's a third party involvement in anything that has to do with FIFA, or FIFA elections, there comes the big term ban, BAN. And the reason for that is FIFA wants all governing bodies to operate in a particular manner within their own stipulation, which is the FIFA stipulations. And one of the FIFA stipulations is no third parties, no external parties getting involved in the internal affairs or in the football affairs. Now, we have seen that now. So all the persons who have been crying for a ban, say, it's looking likely. It's looking likely. But the aspect of ban tend to be the last resort for FIFA. It's the last resort for FIFA. Now the big question is, why did this injunction really come in play at this point in time? The same issue surrounding the beach football. For so long, they have been bob and weaving about this beach football thing. People from nowhere pop up, signature sign that's not on record. Too much skullduggeries. But FIFA tend to give people the allowance to fix in-house matter. And as it stands, FIFA said, you know what? Let's go. We're gonna fix this. Push the date back to February. But one thing for sure, the election must take place. The election must take place. Now, why did this injunction come in at this point in time? I strongly believe that even though Raymond Anderson separated himself from the actions of one of his committee member, I don't think that is necessarily accurate, or is not involved in it. Now, if you're a leader, you must know what your subordinates, you won't know all the time, but especially something like this, what your subordinates are doing, especially surrounding the election. And something like that pop up, even you surprised for that? No, that's highly unlikely. Now the big question is, what does that do for Jamaican football? That now put Jamaican football on a edge, a tipping edge, whereas the slightest touch and it's over the cliff, just the slightest touch, and FIFA is watching keenly on what is happening. Now in my perspective, I don't like it, and I'm saying for the good of football, who is going to win? Who is going to win? When you throw a curveball like this in the midst of an election, who benefits? Then now, with a curveball like that, having to invite so much other complications, who is going to win? We all want football to win, right? We want football to win. So whichever party wins, or whichever sides or delegate win, we still want football to win. And at this present moment, football is losing. I don't care which party or which delegate has a stronger chance of winning the election, but at the detriment of football losing. Is that so? No. I know a lot of persons wanted the ban, and at this moment it seems likely. Normally it's FIFA last resort, still they don't really push for it so urgently. This one is very, very interesting. But one thing I do know for sure, I don't like how this election was how should I put it now, was dealt with. I don't like it on both sides of the delegates. One delegate, both sides use their own way of getting an advantage. Some use the media, some use their power, but at the end of the day, no one wins a football lose. That's just how I see it. No one wins a football lose. And at this present moment, all this talk of the new players, the World Cup, Nations League, Gold Cup, all of these talks, at this present moment, none of them are really relevant until after we found out what the situation is. U20, none of that is relevant. No Reece Nelson, no Mason Greenwood, none of this, none of it is relevant until we know what the future lies for our football. And at this present moment, I'm really, really disheartened on the direction how things are going. And I thought that this could have been dealt with in a better way, rather than it to reach this extent. And if this is the extent that it should go to for something to fix, I guess many persons would have their way now. But in general, we will see how this one go. I don't have much to say on the matter now. I'm staying very, very far away from the matter. I'm just telling you guys that I'm very, very displeased with how things would have gone down. And I think that I personally think that he could have dealt with in a more professional manner. These are two big men, they are friends actually. And I believe that there's too much things involved. People, let me tell you some names. Boy, I tell you. So my people, just figure it out, people. All that big names they want to see, every single big names they want to see in Jamaican football have been granted or given some promises of something. And they are pushing extremely hard so that they can get their own independent promise. So you can see that this is mostly driven by independent greed or independent access to certain access to certain resources or whatever they want. But it's not really with the holistical view that football will better or to benefit football. It's more of a collective of individuals trying to achieve their own independent success. But we'll see how this one progress, people. Big up on yourself. And sad. It's very, very sad. Very, very sad. Ban them say. Ban them say. Ban them say. Ban. But we could see how this one go, people. FIFA alone has the power. Big up on yourself, people. Smash the like button, hit subscribe button, and I'll see you guys again. Until next time, MG Sports TV. And I'm out.